So we all know Minecraft has the words mine and craft in it, but what if we tried to play Minecraft without the mining part? Today we're going to be trying to play Minecraft without left clicking at all. This means no attacking, no mining any blocks, and basically it makes the game super hard to play. Also, only a small percentage of you guys are subscribed and all that stuff, blah 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 blah. I spend a lot of time on my videos, and just clicking that subscribe button helps me out tremendously. So if you guys enjoy this video, make sure to do that and hit the like and all that stuff. Hello everyone, it's been a while since we talked, and as I'm recording this, we just hit 500 subscribers, and that's just so awesome, and I'll have a video about that out super soon. So anyways, we're going to be starting this challenge by creating a new Minecraft world. I set the difficulty to easy because this challenge is already hard enough, and this took way too long, it took hours. So once I started loading into the world, I get hit with this weird, like super weird, insane lag, and it doesn't really show up on the recording, but all my inputs were like delayed by half a second. But fortunately, when I changed my settings around, it fixed. So then I changed my attack button, I set it to backslash instead of left click, so this way that I can't accidentally hit it when I'm playing the game. So I kill myself to start fresh because I was low on hunger. And basically the way this challenge works is that I can't do anything that you would normally do with left click in Minecraft. So that means I can craft, but I can't break blocks or attack enemies with left click, because crafting is a part of the GUI and not an actual part of the game, if that makes sense. So instead we're gonna have to use other weapons and other ways to mine blocks and stuff. So how do we get blocks? And that's something that I was thinking. And I didn't realize this until I ran into this creeper right here, and that's when my 2 remaining brain cells actually came together and thought of something super amazing. So I could actually use creepers to get blocks. I know, this is some big brain plays. So looks like this challenge is gonna be easy, right? Wrong, obviously, because there's still 15 more minutes left in the video. 16 more minutes, something like that, I don't know. So I go down into this cave and I try to find more creepers to blow up some more things and resources so I can get started. So I do actually find this creeper. I also find 2 skeletons. I try to lure the creeper over, but the skeletons are also chasing me, and I'm on half a heart, so I was having none of that. And I run away like a little scaredy cat. And I try to lead this creeper using my big enormous brain to this iron that I found earlier to hopefully blow it up. But I'm actually an idiot, and the creeper didn't stop where I thought it was, and then I blew myself up in the face. Yep, this is going to be a recurring theme in this video. I actually kill myself a lot of times. So I start traveling back and collecting my stuff, and I realized some good did come out of my screw up actually. I actually did get stone. So at this point I realized it was time to rub those brain cells together once again and make an actual plan. So in order to beat the game, you need to beat the Ender Dragon, obviously, which means that I will need Eyes of Ender, which are made by Blaze Rods and Ender Pearls. Ender Pearls I can get from trading, but Blaze Rods, they have to be harvested from the corpse of dead blazes, which could only be found in the Nether. So I need to make a Nether portal as soon as possible. And that means I need to have a bucket of water, and I also need to have a flint and steel, which is 4 pieces of iron and 1 piece of flint. So I go over here and I try to blow up this amount of gravel to hopefully get some flint from the creeper, but unfortunately I just get myself blown up, which is not very good. And on my way back, I'm just hoping I get that piece of flint, because I don't know what the drop rate is for flint when it gets blown up, and I wasn't even sure if it's possible. But fortunately, in the future it was possible, but unfortunately I didn't actually get it here. So yeah, it's very, very trash. So when I was doing this, I got a lot of gravel, so I was thinking of maybe placing it down later in front of the creeper so I didn't have to go back to this hole, so I kept it anyways. I grabbed some coal, which is also very nice, and then when I went up, I realized I was in the middle of big braining a little too hard, and that the night was coming, and I was also a little short on food. So I was looking around seeing what I could get for food, and I just remembered I can't left click anything, which means I can't kill any animals. And I tried to break these berry bushes here, but I just ran into them because I couldn't left click. I took a little bit of damage, and this is when night was coming, and I was like, oh shoot, this is not good. And I start panicking just a little tiniest bit. You know, I'm usually very skillful at Minecraft. I never mess up ever. And when I run on a sprint and nighttime comes, this is where I start panicking. There's so much sheep, there's so many pigs around. I can't kill them because I can't left click. It's so annoying. So yeah, I was hoping I was going to be fine. Then I see the skeleton, and then I get shot in the back. Or the face, rather. So once again, I respawned in the middle of the forest, and I had to go back for my stuff. Fortunately, it wasn't too far away, actually, because I was backtracking. Obviously, very skillful of me to die very close to spawn. keep that in mind. That's a big brain play by me. Put that in the top 10 big brain plays. But anyway, speaking of big brain plays, I'm actually thinking of grabbing some sand so I can actually make TNT to blow things up instead of relying on creepers, because that'd be a lot more consistent. So there's some sand over here on the beach, so I try to find some creepers to actually lure them over and blow it up. And I'm not having much luck at first, and then all of a sudden I just run into so many creepers, it's not even funny. And then here it is, just 2 creepers, and I'm like, okay, good, there's creepers. And then I try to lure them over here, and then I turn around, I see another creeper. So I'm like, okay, this is getting a little bit out of hand. And then over here, I find some exposed iron, which was actually pretty good. So I bring this creeper over here, and I try to make it explode my, the exposed piece of iron, but there's also this zombie and spider following me, so it's gonna be a little close. I'm also only on 4 hearts, which is not optimal. So I get hit by the spider, and this is when I start panicking, and for some reason I somehow did not die from this creeper explosion, but I'm also not able to collect the sand right there because the zombie is guarding it. I try to double back for it, and I decide it's not worth it, and then I just booked it out of there. I sprinted, I ran, or as much as you can run when you run out of hunger. So I thought I was in the clear, but then I see the spider behind me, and then I see the skeleton in front of me, and that's when I knew the jig was up, and then I died. So a little while later, I do stumble my way into this cave, and I'm trying to get the 4 pieces of iron that I need to collect all my resources. So I see some more iron over here, and I'm trying to hopefully not die while I'm trying to collect this stuff. But yeah, anyways, I'm on half a heart, I die again, I make my way back, then I come over here, I grab this little piece of iron. So I have 3 pieces of iron ore right now. I'm not about to die because I have half a heart. I do not want to do this all again. And this is where I make my biggest mistake of the run, which I think. So I make the furnace, I place it down, I smelt the iron, I'm feeling good. I'm very close to getting all the stuff that I need. I just need to find some more flint, and then I should be all a-okay. But then I realize I'm actually stuck in here. I have no way of getting out. I can't get out. I can't mine anything. I'm just stuck. Huh. So once again, I had to use my massive noggin, and I decided to store all my items in this chest that I made so I could backtrack and come back once I died of hunger. It was pretty annoying, but it wasn't the end of the world, I didn't think. So on my first attempt, I decided to come back all willy-nilly without much on my person. So I found this creeper, I try to lead it back, and I think everything is going well, and I'm hoping I get this done first try. It's only gonna be a minor setback. And then a skeleton appears. I'm like, okay, I can deal with that. Then 2 more skeletons and a spider appear. I'm like, okay, that's not optimal. So we go over here. I have this bone in my hand now. It's like I'm leading a horde of like discount Walmart shoppers to go over here, and of course I die, which is not the best. So yeah, this skeleton just decided to strafe out of my block, so I got shot in the face. But fortunately, my 3rd attempt did go a little bit better. I managed to blow up this tiny little hole, which I can just barely squeeze in to grab all my loot, and then I grab it and I book it out of there as fast as possible. I didn't want to get I actually come back, because I forgot to smelt this 1 piece of iron, so I had to go do that. I had to go make my bucket, I had to go make my flint and steel, all that stuff. So I had to come back to this scary place, but surprisingly I didn't die, which was the good part. So I made my flint and steel, I had all the resources that I need, and I was feeling pretty good about myself. So I had my flint and steel, which means I can finally make food, which means I can finally stop dying for once. And then I was gonna conquer this challenge, and then, yeah, I died again. So I grabbed my stuff, I was trying to get out of this cave, and that's when my awful sense of direction comes into play. So you might notice that I was here before, I checked down there, that's not the exit. I die again, yeah. So you think after I died the first time, after I grabbed all my stuff, I would make sure that I knew how to get out of here, but I actually don't end up doing that because I'm just completely stupid. And then I just start wandering around trying to find the exit my own way, and I find the skeleton spawner, which is a little bit scary, but also it could provide some useful ores and stuff inside there. I could maybe get some armor, some, it could be a lot of things. But I'm going over, I'm using this lava to hopefully burn the skeletons. I already set them on fire with the flint and steel, but they end up fighting each other, so I just kind of walk through them. And I come over here, and I'm trying to get all the stuff before the skeletons spawn. I get this diamond horse armor, I get another bucket, and I get some bread, which is pretty good, all things considered, but I didn't actually get anything that was going to help me from dying. You know, like armor, or, you know, something, anything that would help me. But, you know, it's fine. It's fine. I died again, but it's fine. Everything's fine. So I'm having this standoff with this zombie. It's a very intense 1v1. He gets through my blocks, so I run away. I lure him over here, and then I use my pro Fortnite skills to block him up just like that. And then as I'm coming over, I don't want to get hit by the Enderman. I lead this creeper over to this wall because I'm pretty sure this is very close to surface, and I don't feel like finding the original hole that I was going in. So after slowly building closer to the surface and having creepers explode it, I try again. And nothing happens. And here I am on half a heart. I go back, I make some bread because I don't want to die. And then for the last time, I'm going to search for another creeper to hopefully bust my way out of this prison of a cave because I can't figure out where I came in from. Does anyone else have that thing where they turn around and they don't realize how they got out? But after a while, I realized this was just not gonna work because there was just too many ways the creeper could blow up that wouldn't be in the right place. So instead, I had this massive brain idea. Once again, this whole entire run is just full of my massive brain. So I come over here and I mark down the coords of where the underground place was, and I decided to go explode it from the top because that's a great idea and it won't take forever. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. That means it did take forever. But anyways, I find this first creeper and I lure it over to where the location is. It took a while because I double checked my coords. The creeper wasn't following me completely. But you know, we got there in the end. Me and the creeper were best friends now. It's all good. So the creeper explodes and I look down hoping to see my hole, and I do see a hole, but there's no exposed entrance. So grab another creeper. There's still no entrance. Grab another creeper. And no entrance. So at this point, I'm getting a little crazy. I'm like, I have another creeper here, and hopefully please have an entrance. I blow myself up, and no entrance. So at this point, I'm just completely done with this. I'm gonna try one more time, and if it doesn't work, I'm just gonna completely give up and start from scratch. But fortunately this time, there is a hole. I'm able to go down and grab all my stuff, so I don't completely lose my mind, and we're all happy, which is nice most of the time. So you might be thinking, problem solved, right? I have all my stuff that I need? Well, not really. So I still needed 3 more things before I could actually start going to the nether. So the first one was food, because I needed to regen. So I killed this chicken accidentally because I didn't realize it was gonna burn in the lava so fast, so I switched to my flint and steel, which is probably the best idea. So I also needed a lava pool so I could actually make the darn portal instead of just hoping the portal would magically appear, which I tried and it didn't work for some reason. So the last thing I needed, which was actually a pretty smart idea, was snowballs, because I couldn't use anything to actually kill the blazes besides projectiles. So that means it was either snowballs or bows. And I didn't feel like making a bow and collecting all the arrows and stuff because I feel like that would take a little bit too long. So instead I find snowballs to use. And out of the corner of my eye, I noticed this village. And for some reason I didn't notice this earlier, but I do find this village, and that means I could finally set my spawn point. I didn't have to go run around so far. And over here I also get some armor, I get some food, and things are finally looking up for me. But obviously from the amount of time left, you can see it either went really well or really badly. Breed this horse. So that means it probably went really well, right? So I decided to ride on this magnificent horse until I find this lava pool, and I was going to do the pro lava pool thing where you break blocks and then all that stuff, but there's only one small tiny problem: you can't actually break blocks. So yeah, I couldn't break this block right here, so I had to do the nether portal the old-fashioned way with 1 piece of lava and 1 piece of water. It wasn't pretty because I didn't exactly know what I was doing, but you know, we got there in the end, which is all that matters. So you can watch me extremely fail at making this, but you know, all that matters is the end product, and the end product allows us to go to the nether, so we're fine. We're everything's fine. We're going to the nether. It's cool. Okay. Alright, cool. We're in the nether now, which means it's gonna get a lot more dangerous. So, my plan was that this was gonna be a very quick in and out mission. I was going to take as less damage as possible. I was not gonna interact with any of them. I was gonna interact with the piglins, or the zombie pigmen. I was just gonna go in, find the nether fortress, and go out after getting all the blaze things that I needed. And actually, it went pretty well at first. I wasn't taking too much damage, the terrain was pretty nice, and I grabbed this water bucket because I thought it would save me completely forgetting that I couldn't have water in the nether. But as I'm walking a little bit further, I actually do end up finding a fortress, which is actually pretty cool because usually my luck is not this good. You can see I'm walking over here and then I slowly notice this shadowy figure. I'm like, what is that? Oh, it's a fortress. So my luck usually isn't ever this good. It takes me forever to find any sort of structure in Minecraft usually. So I might have been a bit overconfident when going into this fight. So it starts off pretty well. I kill a blaze, I get the blaze rod. I'm feeling pretty good. I still have a lot of snowballs left, and there's only 1 more blaze here, so it's not like I'm gonna get overwhelmed or anything. But then another one spawns. I'm like, that's fine. Then I get hit, and I start to freak out just the tiniest bit because I didn't want to die and have to start all over again. But I'm going around, get hit again from that blaze because I decided that I could stare right in the face. I survive on half a heart, and I'm like, oh boy, this is a dream moment, get ready. And then this blaze comes over, and I freak out, and I start running. I mean, who wouldn't run, right? And then I die, which is not the greatest. But I do manage to come back with a little bit of stuff that I found in other places, the this nether fortress. So I come back, and most of my stuff is actually here, which is pretty good. So I go around, and then I noticed that I have a little less snowballs than I initially had, which is not the greatest, but it was doable. So I used up the rest of my snowballs, and after I used them up, I went in and I grabbed the rest of the blaze rods that I ended up killing. It was actually, I think, only 1 blaze that I got because I ended up switching targets halfway through, which was not the biggest idea. But whoever said I was smart, right? I'm not known for my smartness. So I take a little bit of damage. I feel like I'm about to die, but luckily Bread comes in to save the day, and I actually do survive that. So I'm walking around trying to find the nether portal. So I walk around for a bit and I'm deciding, I'm gonna actually look up where the nether portal is in my past recording. At this point you might be thinking, hey, there's still like so many more things you have to do before you beat Minecraft, and there's like 2 seconds left in this video. What gives? Well, my recording corrupted, but we didn't really lose anything interesting. I went back to the nether after getting some snowballs, and basically this happened. So yeah, I wasn't able to complete the challenge, and I didn't have the time to try again, so I wanted to get this video out even though I didn't technically beat the challenge, but it's also very, very possible. So thank you again so much for watching this video, and if we can get to 100 likes, I'll do this challenge again. It'll be very painful, but I'll do it, and I might even do an 100 days version of it, and I hope to see y'all again, and make sure to like, subscribe for more, and peace out.